On the eve of yet another Mideast peace conference, this time in Annapolis, Maryland in America, the United States government will try to broker a deal between many different nations tangled in hundreds of years of war, murder, and betrayal. One of the trickier situations happening in the Mideast right now is the current buildup of Turkish troops on the northern border of Iraq, who are continuously being attacked by rebels taking refuge in Iraq, just across the border from Turkey. As the Bush administration continues its appeal for Turkey not to cross the border, the U.S. Congress is in the process of trying to pass a measure recognizing the Armenian Genocide brought on by Turkey during World War I. System of a Down is made up of 4 Armenian friends from Los Angeles: Darren Malakian, John Dolmayan, Serge Tankian, and Shavo Odagian, whose families were affected by the atrocities of the Armenian Genocide. To bring awareness in the past, they have put together concerts recognizing the bloodshed called Souls. We caught up with System of a Down's drummer John Dolmayan recently to get his thoughts on the current state of affairs as our government continues to pressure the Turkish government about the Armenian Genocide.
Well, I'm very proud of our role in System of a Down to help people understand and learn about the genocide. I understand America's policy, although I don't condone it, because the bottom line is doing the right thing is always harder than doing the wrong thing. It's harder to have Turkey admit that the genocide took place and then make steps to make it right, by the Armenians that survived it. It's hard for America to take an ally and piss them off for basically a country that has 2 million people in it. There's more Armenians in America. I think there's more Armenians in Los Angeles than there are in Armenia at this point.
Dolmayan also realizes the U.S. government is in a tough position to ask one of their closest allies in the Mideast, Turkey, to recognize a genocide.
And it's hard for Turkish citizens to look at their history, their grandfathers, and say they were murderers, that they killed innocent children and women, that they raped them, that they butchered them, and then let them die in the desert. It's hard to accept that. If your father was a rapist, you wouldn't want to know about it, and you would deny it to yourself because your father gave you love. That's all you saw from your father. That doesn't mean your father didn't make mistakes.
Although it's been a few years since System of a Down put on a Souls benefit concert, look for it to be a few years more, as the band is on an indefinite hiatus.